In the last period, according to my knowledge, in last period is what you said. But planning of Ottoman, they were carrying the knowledge from today to tomorrow. Otherwise, how they can stand 600 years?
Yeah, but since the end of the 18th century, there was a dead end. And Europe got the turn. And we have to ask, on which factors does the turn, did the turn appear? And these factors were engineering and technical ones. We not only got the better weapons, we got the research on which the weapons became possible. It was not the handicraft cannon, but the scientific cannon. And the problem is that the huge factories which Western Europeans developed, with the horrible phenomena of proletariat. This proletariat did not appear in the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire bought the cannons built by the proletarians in Western Europe. I think it's really a multi-dimensional question, and one of the basic Kalam question is the question of Khalifa. But this is just a spiritual question, which, if you find an answer to that question, might transform the situation in the laboratories within the personalities of the researchers. I do research in his creation because I'm his Khalifa. That's a hypothesis. But we have to go back to that. And I always go back to the question of, where are the laboratories? Where are the research capacities? Where are the men? Why do scientists leave Islamic majority countries and get Nobel Prizes on account of their research in laboratories in Europe? Why? Where are the laboratories for these scientific personalities, the research personalities in Islamic majority countries, societies?
You said that the position of the Khalifa, but a spiritual way. During the war, there was a power, existing power of the Khalifa by Ottoman. As you know, by Ottoman Empire destroying, the Khalifa is finished. Do you think it was
this is the political Khalifa.
Yeah.
The political Khalifa created by Muawiyah. But what I'm discussing is the existential Khalifa of Quran al-Karim.
But Quran al-Karim says you will struggle with all the fitna all over the world till there is no any fitna in the world. So Islamic fiqh says that all Islamic countries should establish a Khalifa, universal power of Khalifa. We call Khalifa. I mean,
but that's the political solution of the after the death of our dear Prophet. There were different options of the Ummah, and Muawiyah was the political option. And the political Khalifa is not that one which is probably meant by Quran al-Kareem, saying that Allah Ta'ala says, I will send or put a Khalifa in my creation. That is not the King Muawiyah. This is an existential sentence on the human being.
But if you want to express to the people, to the society, to the millions, you have to establish a powerful government, powerful country, powerful Khalifa universe.
Yeah, that's right. But the modern civilization is not a solution of Khalifa, the political Khalifa. It is a question of the existential Khalifa. The research power of his Khalifa in an engineering laboratory is not a political question. Research power is not a question of political powers. It is probably the discussion that someone is able to work in a free situation on research subjects he wanted to look for. I often discuss this matter in Tehran, in Cairo, and others. And all Muslims are listening. Some ulema are nodding out. Yes, he's right, but nothing happens. I don't know why. They are exporting intellectual creativity to Western countries, to European countries, to Canada, to US, and then they are very proud. He got the Nobel Prize. He is a Muslim, but he did not get the Nobel Prize on account of his work in a laboratory in an Islamic majority society, but in a European one. That's it. Look for the patterns. Look for the patterns. How many are produced by Islamic majority societies? Less and less.
What's the solution, according to you?
Scientific research. Build up a Kaiser Wilhelm Gesellschaft, a Fraunhofer Gesellschaft in Turkey.
But if you don't have a Khalifa who proposed to pick up the Islamic society, who will?
The existential Khalifa, that's the individual. You have to give him the opportunity to do free research. And not only something which power or whosoever might be there can use for having power, for constructing power, but free research. Television is not a question of, the technical side is a question of power, but of engineering doing. Your camera is not a political production. Your mind probably.